we was all being pussy at the club, right? And got rough, I done fell off, man. Let myself go around, fucking a fat bitch, like nobody sliding, no social skills. How the fuck did I get to that point? The bitches that we was getting was bots too. Oh, you said that, what you said? Oh, you're so stupid. You're doing something that is nothing new. We've been doing this. When we start setting up plays later on, I'm gonna teach her the game. When we started setting up plays later on, I knew I had her. So where you have to sprinkle the little game and as you get your game on. But when you do get an opportunity to get some of these biddies, do not. Damn, like you ain't learned, back in the bot loop he goes. Peep game. Look, it's your boy Brand's Peep Game. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the YouTube algorithm, and follow me on all platforms at Brand's Peep Game. So this is like a continuation of my last video, how I became better with women. This is like a part 2 of that. I strongly recommend you go watch that video to get to step 1, because now we're moving into step 2. After you start finding your whys, right, you start thinking about like, why can't I get no bitches, right? You'll start coming up with a few answers. Some of them are simple, like some of them is just the grooming yourself, right? Like you'll sit unkept, your hair, you ain't get a haircut in a minute. It's some certain shit like that. That's the easy, like, you could flip of a switch, tackle those. This is the key. You have to focus on XP. And I think I even told y'all this last video, but I gotta emphasize it. If you don't focus on XP, it's only a matter of time till you get stuck in the bot loop. Peep game. I got friends that we all started off on the same level. After the COVID patch, they started changing shit up. Like, I got rough, I done fell off, man. Let myself go around, fucking a fat bitch. Like, how did we get to this point? I don't know. Even looking back, I'm really trying to remember, how the fuck did I get to that point? Because I could have, man, I'm not even gonna think about that before I get tired and make a different vid. After this time, we was all being pussy at the club, right? It's like, damn, we want to get some bitches, and nobody's sliding, no social skills, and that's when I had to take the step back, right? So when I look at an interaction, right, when I was going out, I set the intention of, listen, I have to put my mind to do something that I normally wouldn't do by the end of the night. So let's say it's like even talking to one girl as like I'm shooting my shot, like even handling a rejection, I might be like, all right, you gotta get rejected one time. Not go out searching for a rejection, but like I'm building up the courage to be like, okay, you can't just spend the night, not slide on nothing and come home. At the very least, you gotta get rejected. It will be the little challenges that I would do like that for myself, right? And then if a girl did like me, even then, peep game, I had to like, all right, you got to be smoother. Like, you got to try to, because it's not like, I don't want to make it sound like we was the biggest losers ever and that we had no bitches ever. Like, the bitches that we was getting was bots too, because you fucking with a loser. We was losers, right? I remember, so we used to get some girls, but it's like, it would be like a friend of a friend, and the word was put in ahead of time. And even then, not so much me, I don't know, maybe no way I was chopped. Even after I fixed myself up, no way I was chopped. But the game was rigged, because my friends, a friend of their friend, would like them, and now it's really some middle school shit. Like, they trying to match make, and my friend being scary, knowing that she likes them, but they being scary on both, and it might take them like a month. They might not even do nothing. But it's like, damn, he getting another time and time again and another try. When I entered the trenches, right, besides the light getting dubbed, you know, that really wasn't that bad. When you really, especially when you out on your own, because this is another thing that will keep you stuck in the bot loop, is the environment of people that you're around. Because the people around you, I remember at first, and this is why I had to change the whole group's tone, is like a huge reason why we all end up being pussy is because it's like you don't support your mans. Your mans get dubbed or something, you clown them. Oh, you said that. What you said? Oh, you're so stupid. So it's like that started, the whole group slowly start being scared to even try it, because it's like, damn, I ain't trying to get roasted. Like, looking back, but it's still, you still got that programming, that bot program of trying to work yourself up to go slide on some shit. If you're not focused on XP, you always gonna take the easy route. So even if a friend of a friend like you, if it comes down to it and you can just get the buns, you just going, oh, buns. You're not even thinking of, all right, let me try to take control of the situation. Let me try to lead and put pressure. They're not moving like that. It's moving like you getting no XP, because it's not like we was virgins. You're doing something that is nothing new. We've been doing this. So how are you leveling up? If you want to level up, peep motherfucking game. If not, then you could go and be with the same damn girl. I'm not trying to turn y'all into players and saying that that's I gotta have multiple girls. But the group I'm in, niggas is saying they want bitches. So don't say you want bitches and then you can't get no bitches and you settling for less. Peep game. So I would watch this shit, right? And I'm like, I'm noticing them, you know, taking forever, beating around the bus. And Saudi is still just giving them chance after chance after chance. And when I got out in the field and in the trenches and I would slide on something, right? Let's say I'm at the bar and I might ask it straight up. Let's not even get into the smoothness of anything. I might just be like, can I get your number? Back then, I used to get numbers and be out. Like, oh yeah, like I worked myself up to get a number and then now I'm like, all right, bet I catch you. And I text her and shit. You feel me? Bad game looking back. But you gotta work yourself up. This is level 1. So I will get the number and it's like, even if she responds at first, like if I'm selling in the DMs, I don't get another shot. It's over. It's keys. I'm getting dubbed. But I'll watch these niggas time and time again sell, and it's like they keep getting retries and retries, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then peep game, I had to understand, you're playing on a different difficulty, Branch. Because it really used to frustrate me at first because I'm like, yo, this is some bullshit, especially when I started getting my game up. Because peep game, there's a difference between good game and bad game. You could get dubbed and still be having good game. When you can differentiate the game, good game and bad game, that's how you have true game. Because as you start progressing, you know, all right, it's not like I gotta cut that off. It's not like I was in the wrong. That was good game. She just wasn't fucking with me. So looking back, when I was getting dubbed, shit might even go smooth that night, right? Let's say I might have entered my flow state for the level I was at, and it's going good. Started laughing. Shit, we might have ended up even macking that night, right? We kissing, and then next day, it's like, yo, so you not text me back, and I'm not about to double text and call and all that. So once I did the text, if you ain't text me back, that was that, right? So I'm like, damn, like I only get one shot in this bitch. But I had to realize I'm playing on a different difficulty. And the deeper you get into the game, you'll start realizing all the factors of the game, because you don't know people's situation. You don't know if she got a boyfriend and if she was sneaking around that night. And there's so many factors in the game. That's another thing I want you to understand, because when you're in the trenches and you getting rejected, or you think you getting rejected, it's like you might jump to conclusions because the game get deep. As I'm getting my game up, I'm like, yo, a lot of this shit, when I'm finding the whys, I'm like, bro, you just not being a man. Beating around the bush, acting scary, all the shit. It's like, if I stood on business as a man, you start noticing different results. And it's like, you really got to get the XP. And I'm trying to link, I can't find the time that it all clicked, but I'll give you a quick example of like standing on business as a man when I started getting more composure, where it's like you start realizing results when you don't be too worried about it. When you be really focused on your purpose and what you got going on in life, and you on your grind and not settle for less, you'll start realizing, oh shit, the type of results you could get. I remember I had this shorty at the gym, right? Best way to slide at the gym is really building that familiarity at first. So like when you start with waves or whatnot, and then you turn it into like, sometimes I use the timing, bro. I'm running high IQ plays. She might be doing the little getting a spray bottle thing. I'm lining it up. Like I might have finished my set. I'm like, oh shit, she about to be done. Let me go meet her over here. Act like I'm cleaning. I'm not cleaning. I just wanted to meet you and say some shit. So that's the best way. So I remember I was sliding on her, and we built that familiarity for a while. And I'm gonna jump to when I got to the point of I asked for a number, right? Peep game. She was like, oh, I don't be giving my number out. Well, whatever the fuck she said. She said she don't be giving her number out, right? But you can have my Instagram, right? Now, as a man at the time, this is once I got like a decent amount of game at this time, you start not wanting to be like these other bots. Before I was a man, I used to be getting snaps, Insta, and I'm not saying you're wrong for getting the snap or Insta, but it's dependent why you getting the snap or Insta. Because back when we was at in the bars, I remember my friends used to be scary, and they used to ask for the snap because they felt like the number too bold. And then I'm like, bro, we gotta start asking for numbers as I start getting my game up. But that's besides the point. So I asked for the number. She said I could get her Insta. I ain't trying to be like all these niggas in her on her Instagram. I wanted the number, right? So I said, no, I don't even be using Instagram. Like, it's all good, right? Carry on about my day. Keep it pushing. I go home. Next day, right? I'm at the gym. I see Saudi. Say, what up? I'm keeping it P. She called me over. I'm like, what's good? She's like, I gotta ask you some questions. So I sit down, she start asking me questions. I don't even remember all the questions. I'm like, damn, I'm under arrest, officer. And so basically, I already know at this point, cause when she pulled me aside, I'm like, yo, yeah, I know I got it. Like when you start setting up plays later on, I'm gonna teach her the game. When you start setting up plays later on, I knew I had her. Long story short, after all this interrogation that she did with me, she gave me the phone on the number screen. I type in my number, she texts me. Cause I remember I was like, yo, some of the questions, what was she asking? You be blowing people's phone up or some shit like that? And this is where you have to sprinkle the little game in as you get your game on. I'm like, I don't even like texting for real. I really don't text like that. I be busy, and then I'm more of an in-person type of deal anyways. I just call because, sometimes I just like to hear people's voice. Like, it's like, hey, well, whatever the fuck I was saying, but it's like, these are the little sprinkles as you get later on. But peep game, the lesson I want to say with that, if I didn't stand on business as a man, not saying that I couldn't have got it through the Instagram, but a lot of this shit is, how do you get it? On who's timing? Because after the why, it turns into the how. Peep game. A bot gets some pussy by any means. A bot isn't just, oh, you don't get no buns at all. A bot will jump through hoops. And I'm not saying that the Instagram, that was maybe extreme, but I didn't want to jump through the hoop. It's on my timing. But a bot will jump through hoops, get his time wasted for weeks, stay in the friend zone, hoping that shit get, and then eventually they'll get it and they feel like a man. And then if they brag about it, that's how they turn imposter. But it's how you get it as well. And I started to notice the game is deeper, way deeper than these bitches. I'm gonna give y'all some segments on the bitches, on how to get the bitches. But when you realize that the game is deeper than these bitches, and you stop worrying about these bitches and stop switching up your game for these bitches, and you focus on yourself, upgrading yourself, you're actually working on stuff, certain game is going to come naturally, because I'm not switching up for a shorty. Let me give you a quick another story. I had a friend that he was talking to this girl that he met at the bar or whatnot, and he wanted to slide, and he trying to work himself up to put some pressure. But during a conversation, she was basically saying that she don't fuck on the first night. So then right there, he changed his whole mindset and ain't apply no more pressure for the end of the night. Peep game. Next day he ended up getting dubbed, and he didn't understand why I was putting him on game. That I'm saying this is your fault, because it's not a matter. I'm not saying just assume every bitch fuck on the first night. But if I tell you right now, if I say, yo, I got a force field around me right now, you can't hit me, you gonna be like, damn, Brandon must got a force field, I can't touch. You gonna see if there's a barrier. You gonna say, what the fuck? There's a force field? If there's a barrier, you will feel it. But you ain't even test the waters or nothing. Man, you start realizing, when the more you get your game up, you start realizing that these women be the biggest liars ever. Not just about, lying to a nigga, to themselves. When you get out of bot territory, it start getting a different level game. Like, that's when the game start becoming fun, and I won't put y'all on deeper game, but I'm trying to keep it surface level. As you trying to develop your game, it's like, it's not even like you can't imagine, like, damn, what would that guy do? You're the person you envision. What would he do? How does he act? So you gotta question yourself, why I don't do that? Damn, and then you gonna peep the switch ups. Damn, when she said this and I switched up my whole, you didn't even test the boundaries or nothing. It's like you switching up on how you move as a man. Even being time wasted. When I know I got work to do and I gotta get home, that's another reason. I got a girl now, so I've been out the game for like 2 years now. But before that, right, it wasn't even about having a girl. A lot of times I didn't want to go out with my friends just because it was a waste of time as a man. So it's like, when I start sliding, I'm like, even if I do get something, because I was focused on the XP, I got enough XP at this point that you'll stop wanting to even go out to get some bitches, because it's no XP at that point. It's like, it's more, now it turns into a pleasure thing. So now when you focus on your grind and you locked in, you like, look, I ain't even worried about that shit. I stay in the crib. I ain't the smoothest nigga in the world. I ain't max level, but I got enough level that it's like, okay, I'm just going out just to get some bitches. That's it. So it's like, you start taking your mind off it when you start focusing on becoming a man and realizing that the game is way deeper than these bitches. And what you do in one area of life will translate to another. As you level up, man, and I'm trying to give y'all a step-by-step. It's hard for me to break it down step-by-step, because I might think of a story and that's way later on in the game. So I don't want to tell y'all that story now, and then you're like, well, how the fuck you get to that point? But for the second step, after you find the why, focus on XP and focus on the how. how are you getting these bitches? Because if you find yourself simping, if you find yourself jumping through hoops trying to get bitches by any means, you not leveling up. You just a bot. And you gotta up the standard and level up yourself. That's another thing about why a bot be focused on the bitches so much and not XP, is because all he could think is bitches. He can't think, who am I as a man? As you focus on who you are as a man and level yourself up as a man, the grooming, the internals, practicing the social skills, practicing getting rejections, getting used to it, and experiment, and shit will just start clicking and making sense to you. But focus on being the man you want to be, and it will translate. You'll start noticing you can start getting some of these biddies. But when you do get an opportunity to get some of these biddies, do not switch up now. That's where the real tests come from, because there's plenty of men that work on themselves as men, and then the girl come and it's a complete switch. They throw everything out the window. It's like, damn, like you ain't learned. Back in the bot loop he goes. Keep game though, lock in. The real players are locked in and leveling up. The imposters, I feel bad for y'all, I really do. And the bots, listen, y'all could break out of being in a bot loop. Just don't turn into the imposter. Put your mind to it. Peep game.